Welcome in, beautiful ones. Welcome into Cleo Ra. I'm going to be diving into the ethers today and allowing the spiritual realm to use me as a human Ariel. I think some people get confused sometimes. Someone left me a comment saying, "You assume we don't know this already," and it's like, mate, I'm just channeling. Okay, chill out. Okay, so take what resonates, take what uplifts your soul, and leave the rest, my angels. So I'm going to get into it and we're going to see what we need to know. Thank you for all your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. Big blessings to all of you. And I'm going to invite in Archangel Michael now to bless and guard this reading. Thank you, Sekhmet. Thank you, Bastet. What do my viewers need to know? Okay. Something coming back, okay? Something piquing your interest. Yeah, the Hermit energy. So it looks to me like you're going to be diving into something and really diving into something that maybe you were interested in previously in your life, or maybe you've kind of like dipped your toe into. It's almost like something you've sampled, something you thought, oh, that's interesting, but you put it down back then. I feel like it's coming back around for you. Giving me solar plexus, solar plexus. Okay, what they're giving me is the Egyptian Book of the Dead and the Egyptian Book of Life. So I don't know if you stumbled across something to do with those ancient kind of works or teachings or sacred information, but it looks to me like something's going to invigorate you and something's going to, I'm getting it's going to take you by surprise because it's going to pop back up, and it to me seems like it's going to really enthrall you and really take you. I'm getting investigative journey. So something's going to bring out your mercurial side. So that would be your magician / hermit side. Something's going to take you into research. And this is going to be passionate, intense research. We've got a Four of Pentacles here, which tells me that the information you find is going to be highly precious and you're going to feel very protective of it. I'm hearing down, down, down. But I'm not getting this in a negative way. I'm getting this in a sort of, you've done this before. This is a rabbit hole for you, but this is fun for you. I feel like you like digging. They're giving me Virgo placements, Gemini placements. This is all about the workroom of your mind and turning your mind into a workroom and really harvesting and mining for the gold. And what they're telling me here is that you will know which bits are really gold for you because of the way it feels. High Priestess coming out on the table. So she is the portal, you could say, between the physical and the non-physical. So you're going to be attuning yourself to getting some real nuggets of golden information. Now, I always talk about my tarot station being a loot lounge because all the best things in life are found on the spiritual pathway. Whether it's the loot of catching a beautiful sunset or the loot of getting that most perfect person that you love more than anyone else. Whether it's money, whether it's a beautiful new car, we are here to create. But this loot for you is going to feel like gold dust. They're giving me gold nuggets. This is going to be information that to you is worth more than gold because of the way it makes you feel. Pomegranates are really relevant here. I don't know if someone's been eating pomegranates or you've been looking into the symbology, but this is definitely going to be secret information. You could be sort of tying things in with the tree of life. I'm getting, we've got a Five of Cups here. You know, there's nothing like a bit of disappointment to spur us into letting ourselves off the hook of something emotional and allowing us to sort of throw all of our chips up in the air and be like, you know what, I'm wild, I'm free. Because I feel like there's something emotional here that you're going to let yourself off the hook of and dive into something that actually you feel a lot more passion and devotion for. And this will be to do with your true spiritual calling. And I feel like perhaps you've got a very loving heart and maybe, you know, like the best of us, you've been distracted from your work before, your spiritual, passionate work, by situations that have tugged at your heart. But I feel like now there's this real energy of you really throwing, perhaps you're throwing a pile of sticks on the floor, that had some connection to an old situation in your life, and you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm going forward with this work, doing something juicy for me. I'm kind of getting this energy of you getting your teeth sort of sunk into something that really gives you a real lovely sense of satisfaction in your gut. And this is personal work with the High Priestess. It's a pathway that you are starting off yourself. And I feel like you're going to really enjoy this, and maybe not share so much of yourself with people who you were dealing with before socially. I mean, this to me looks like people who've let you down, or people who've been a bit of an anticlimax, and certainly people who've taken up a huge amount of your time, a huge emotional amount of your time. So I'm feeling you with this High Priestess. Lift up out of the earth plane of consciousness. You're kind of taking your consciousness out of the mainstream static, and it's like a radio station with people's thoughts and colloquial conversations. What are they having for dinner and all that, mundane stuff, and perhaps even mundane relationships. And I feel like you're heaving yourself in a new direction in a very light-hearted way, and allowing yourself to really go into this new passionate modality. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups here. So someone's really conjuring an entirely new frequency, because the Knight of Cups tells me that you're going to be, and they're showing me a river. I can feel a river, a really fast moving river flowing through me at the moment. So what they're giving me is one of those rivers that you would whitewater raft on, the rapids and that intensity and that momentum. And that's what I'm getting from this Knight of Cups. You really moving your emotions in a really beautiful way. This is you carving out a whole new river of passion and really getting something underway that they want you to know is completely part of your soul's mission. Although we so often get distracted from our soul's mission with the needs of the body, intimacy, comfort, emotional pursuits and things like that. I feel like you're really giving up on something that's just drained your emotions, and you're turning inwards in the most powerful, beautiful way. And this is going to help you anchor something in physically, monetarily, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles here and the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something that wants to be yours, because I'm hearing that song, Why Waste Your Time? You know you're going to be mine. So this wealth or this lifestyle that you're tuning yourself to, because it starts with the mind. Anything we achieve or attract in or magnetize in, it starts with us first, picturing something and then moving towards it. And like I say, these nuggets you're going to be picking up on in meditation, in contemplation, in solitude, or just in passionate research. They're taking you places. I know you can see this Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. This is you getting in the driver's seat. And what they're showing me for some reason is a golden Porsche, and you sitting in the driver's seat of it with a grin, ear to ear grinning. And just, I feel like you're going to be so happy. They're kind of showing me you looking in the rear view mirror. There we go, not the wing mirror. You looking in the rear view mirror and thinking, ha ha ha, thank God I left this one on the side of the road, because there's someone here I feel like you've left on the side of the road. Maybe someone you had high hopes in. And it happens to the best of us, but like you've learned a lot from this, and this is sort of spinning you into gear. I'm kind of getting Top Gear energy. They're giving me Top Gear here. So I don't know if someone loves cars, or there's some sort of traveling that's going to be going on, something like that. Shark energy here. Okay, show me one more. Firefly, there's you getting lit up in the dark, and there's you finding that drive in you to keep moving and keep going and to go in a new direction, because you've got the whole of the ocean. So we're getting Neptune energies coming up here. Neptune is the one you've got to deal with first when you want to even attempt to be an initiate, to be a creator of reality, or to be spiritually great somehow. You've got to go through Neptune. So you've got to be completely detached from any lower vibrational emotional attachments. You've got to completely kind of pull yourself away, often from the mainstream. I mean, it's different for everyone, but often people talk about a dark night of the soul. I mean, I can't really relate, as mad as that sounds. I grew up in the underworld, so it's not natural for me to describe perfectly normal states of being or transformation as a dark night of the soul. However, I understand that for people who are not gypsy and people who are not pagan, it really hurts them to lose their friendships when they have to climb up the step to the top of the tree of life into the Neptunian realm and be fully free. They keep giving me the star of the Magi with you. So that could mean you've got ancient Persian connections, or it could mean you've got this beautiful feeling in you that now you're starting to follow. This firefly is equivalent to the light in the lamp, the light inside of us that's waiting for us to tune into it. Sometimes we've got to lay some burdens down. Sometimes we've got to completely disconnect from certain people's energies and certain people's souls. And it can feel hard at the time, but I'm seeing you in the future, looking back with, this is like you with your sunglasses on, driving a sports car with the top down, wind in your hair, laughing gleefully, thinking, woo, thank God I took the turn I took. There's the oyster right there. So we've got the bear energy here telling me that perhaps you're going into a more independent mindset that for some people could appear that you're going into hibernation, or that you're sort of turning away from previous things that would have sparked your interest. But this tells me you're going to be snuggly and you're going to be comfortable, and that you're really finding a gorgeous energy to rest in. They're giving me Blue Bayou, Linda Ronstadt, I think that's the song by, but this is more about the cozy energy of you finding this sort of pace in your own lagoon. It's like your inner tempo is going like the rapids. It's going to be going really quickly, but you're also going to be cocooned by your own self-sufficiency. And I feel like this is something that your soul's been craving, and I feel like it's going to really feel like such a beautiful, powerful release of disappointment and a grasping of passion here, a grasping of that energy that moves you. And those represent secrets. This card here represents secrets, the pearls, right, that the oyster contains. And you're just starting to polish up your soul. I feel like you're really, no matter how deep you feel like you may have gone on the spiritual journey, I feel like now this is really your first step up onto your own pirate ship, steering your own ship, using your own compass, the compass of universal law. So this is great liberation and great attunement. And I feel like you're going to get a lot of smug kind of satisfaction by maybe finally having that feeling that maybe you've seen other people have in the past. You've tuned yourself to a whole different emotional level here. And now it's like you don't have to operate in relationships the way you did before. And you're going to notice this. And I feel like you're going to get a real sense of satisfaction when maybe people circle back around into your life, and maybe, they'll get a shock because they're no longer getting the emotional feedback that they used to get. And you're going after your own spiritual gems with the tenacity of a shark here, right? Really switched on. There's a Neptunian ocean all around us, guys. And I feel like you are now getting out of the ocean, whoever this reading is for, and you have built your own pirate ship and it's ready to launch. It's ready to launch. 2 of Cups. This is you holding your own hand and really following that circular feedback from your higher self. So Pisces, 12th house energies could be really important here. But this is Cancer energy also. So I feel like your attunement to your own needs and being, more considerate of yourself and your emotional needs over the long term with the 9 of Pentacles is the key you need. And they're showing me a sweet little key here. It almost looks, they're telling me an ivory key. Now, of course, I don't condone any of the disgusting things that happen to elephants in, countries where they are used for their ivory. But they're telling me an ivory key and showing me a tiny, delicate little key that looks like it would go in a very vintage or antique jewelry box here. So I feel like you are being much more refined with noticing maybe your needs in relationships, maybe noticing where the dynamic has been off and maybe hasn't been so harmonic in your social groups or whatever. They're telling me you're noticing more your astrological placements and how you end up being in certain dynamics with certain people. Because I'm getting a sense of frustration here, like you've tried to harmonize with them. And maybe it's like banging your head against a brick wall, stubbing your toe over and over again. This is why it's such a good job here with the Knight of Cups to move your dream-like imaginative energy hoist it in a new direction. They're giving me the word hoist because now it's ready. They're showing me a ski lift, a golden ski lift here as well with this Nine of Pentacles. And I'm getting like, it's about time you considered yourself with this Venusian delicacy, and also a very motherly delicacy, whether you're male, female, old, young, it doesn't matter. We've all got access to these divine goddess energies. And I really feel like you noticing all those subtle, beautiful nuances in your needs and your reactions to the world, how you react emotionally to things, that's going to build the most best friendship with you and your higher self. And I'm hearing that song, Pretty Green Eyes, never be alone again, because you are now your own best friend. And you've got this beautiful warmth, this gorgeous bear energy where you can really do it, right? You've got this. It's funny because they're telling me the bear's got the blubber that keeps them warm, but they mean that symbolically. Once we access our own higher self, we keep ourselves warm. We get our love in all the right places, and we follow those beautiful feelings, right? When all of that emotional water is cleared out, because they're kind of showing me a ship with the water that got below deck, and you're kind of emptying that water out now, getting the sails hoisted up, and you're going on a magnanimous journey, they're telling me here, for you and just for you and only for you and beautifully for you. Strength energy here, Leo energy, realizing you've got the power, you had the power all along in some sort of scenario. And I feel like this is easy for you. I feel like you're just knowing quite easily what to preserve and create and destroy. And now you value yourself more than ever because we've got the Tower energy here. So whatever bricks you picked up from something not going how you might have imagined it, you certainly built yourself a beautiful fortress. And now this fortress is going to keep you cocooned while you dive in. They're showing me a scuba diver here. So you're really getting Neptunian and really going for it. We've got Judgment energy here. Rebirth, baby. Only now you've got gills. Now you can swim underwater, or you can get on your pirate ship and go anywhere your heart takes you. This is a second chance. This is liberation. Number 20 could mean something to you. I'm getting something important happening on the 20th of the month for somebody. Also the full moon energy is very important. Something coming about in the full moon for my meditators out there. We've got the Knight of Pentacles now, Five of Cups. Something made you get practical about your long-term security, and something also made you get magical because we've got the unicorn horn here. I always forget what that one's called, but I know you guys know. But this is you really getting your security, and it starts with the spirit, and it manifests outwardly. They're showing me dominoes. Your spirit triggers the dominoes to fall so that you start to see this cacophony of blessings out in your physical surroundings. They're saying listen out for the birds singing as you're thinking certain thoughts. They're going to be giving you signs of your rebirth and signs of your freedom. They're saying, do you live somewhere where there are colorful birds, where there are tropical birds? They're saying this message is particularly for you. Look at you starting out on your beautiful divine pathway, mega turbocharged. But I'm loving the balance here of this gorgeous cosmic. Ooh, this is like a waterfall of sparkles I just felt falling all around me. This is gorgeous. I don't know if you've been lighting candles, saying prayers for yourself. Maybe you've been, I'm hearing Santa Maria. Maybe you've been going in church somewhere. Domingo, they're saying, I don't know what that means, but I feel like someone in South America or someone with Catholic churches, beautiful ones, has been lighting candles for the people they love. We've got the Two of Wands here. Now I really feel like you've got your head in gear, they're telling me. Like something could have kept you slowed down for longer than you wanted to be. But this is why the rapids are coming. This is why you've got the shark energy. This is why you're getting these cosmic sprinkles. Because now the plans you're making are going to take you everywhere you need to be. I'm going to get some more energies for this Nine of Pentacles. I feel like someone's investing in themselves. And I can just feel the silky, beautiful... Oh, this is like galactic silk, you know. I can feel you really prioritizing yourself, and your soul is now turning from cotton to silk. You've got it, baby. You've done it. Ancestor of guidance. You follow your signs so well, and now it's all about stability and permanence for you. Shaman of courage here. Guidance and courage. And Hunter of honor with the Hunter of Paths on the bottom of the deck. So your ancestors are holding your hand as you go through something here. They're saying, the tablets of, the emerald tablets, the halls of Amenti, they're saying the book of life, the book of the dead, things like that are going to trigger awakenings in you when you watch YouTube videos. So that could have something to do with your spiritual pathway. But I know whoever I'm speaking to, you've got something big you're going forward with, and I feel like you're keeping it kind of quiet also. Oh my God, not a golden slipper. Wow, Plutonic here, big transformation. I feel like you're going to get through the Neptunian, free-minded, following your own compass level really quickly. I feel like Saturn for you is easy because you went through this tower here. So I feel like you're going to be sat at the top of the tree of life very quickly, understanding that the underworld is the overworld, and we've got to build heaven on earth from our positioning. When those bricks fall, right, you've done it perfectly, whoever you are. Golden slipper with the 9 of Pentacles. They're saying you've got the courage. You've got this formidable courage here, and I can feel this like a really dense wood, like ebony or something like that, right? They're giving me loads of references for water energy moving with you, but also the way you steer your ship, right? The ship you've built and how powerful it is. So I do hope this has given someone the confirmation they need. I love you, babies. Mwah.